First, there was a massive water main break in June on Grand Rapids Southeast side. Then last week, another one in the same neighborhood. More than a dozen homeowners say they're out more than $1 million in total damages.
To share their concerns, a group of homeowners came to our studio last week to talk with Micah Choa about their damages and the response they received from the city of Grand Rapids.
Micah joins us from the newsroom now. And Micah, what else did they say during your conversation?
Well, Lena and Juliet, it was about 40 minutes of 8 neighbors that say they've had to make major sacrifices in order to fix something they say they didn't break. They've been holding out hope that the city comes to the table for a settlement, but they add they haven't made much progress.
I mean, we had to stop our family planning.
The past 7 months haven't been easy for Brian and Vanessa David. The two, along with 6 of their neighbors who live on Allerton and Philadelphia Avenues in Grand Rapids, sat down in the 13 on Your Side studio to talk about the impacts of the June 13 water main break that flooded their streets and homes on the southeast side of the city. One of those impacts taking away the Davids' plans for a family.
A few years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had to go through treatment, and the result of that was infertility, which we had money saved to. We're tens of thousands out, and that was the money that we were going to use to start our family. And
according to the neighbors that have started an online fundraiser to help pay for rebuilding and legal fees, damage comes out to around $1 million combined. After getting their insurance claims denied, they moved on to filing claims with the city. However, the city's risk management department sent out a letter in August to everyone who submitted claims saying city leadership is citing governmental immunity as the reason to not pay out. Shortly after that letter was sent out in late August, Mark Washington told 13 on Your Side this after a city commission meeting.
I am certain we will do more than just sending a claim denial letter to help our residents. Quote me on that.
For the group that's still trying to come up with a resolution through their attorneys, their hope in city leadership is fading.
I mean, we left that meeting through the commission meeting, and I remember Mary and I walking out towards the back, and we were hugging, and we were thinking to ourselves, like, man, the city's really going to help us. They're really going to do something for us. And then you tell your loved ones, and you're just believing, like, I'm going to get my house fixed and things taken care of, and then to have that snatched away from you.
Larry Gibbs was assessed around $110,000 to fix his home's foundation, clear out the black mold, along with other repairs. That's around the same amount Gibbs paid for the home 10 years ago. He and everyone else who was present for our roundtable discussion were at the same meeting in early September, where Washington 3rd Ward Commissioners Kelsey Perdue and Bing Goey and Water Systems Manager Wayne Jernberg answered questions. Jernberg told the group that the pipe that broke in June was a 10-foot section from the 1940s. Now the group wants to know if that's the same age of the pipe that broke in their neighborhood on January 9th. They also want answers on why a second water main broke in their neighborhood within 7 months, and if this will happen again.
now our basement might be cleared and dried, but there's snow on the ground. That snow is going to melt. Where's it going to go? Back into our basement. And that's something that's going to happen every single season unless we continue to pay out of pocket for all of these damages. So
If you want to hear more from those neighbors, we'll have the 40-minute conversation up on our 13 Plus app that will air tonight at 8 o'clock. Available on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV. It'll also be available on demand on our app as well. And the 13 Help team is waiting on a Freedom of Information Act request we submitted to the city in August for communications on the water main break to get a better idea of what exactly happened between June 13 and early August. As of today, we still haven't received it as it's currently under review. Juliet and Elena.